Yeah, I know it's been a little bit of a different role this year for Will Muschamp, but what sort of impact do you think that he's had on this team, even with things looking different than it has in the past with him?
I think the biggest thing is like just his energy that he's been able to bring. Even though he's not, always here, his presence is, and you know, it's kind of funny because when T-Rob got here, we said T-Rob was another Muschamp because they've been working together for so long, and he really is. And when Muschamp gets back, that energy that he just brings, and he's just been here for so long, so just to see his face, it's always a good thing to see.
Headed into another big game for KJ, just what's your message to him playing as a freshman in the playoffs for the first time, and what kind of development have you seen from him over the course of this year?
His growth is crazy. When he first got here in the spring to now, he's just going to continue to grow. And, he's not really a freshman anymore. No one is. At this point in the season, you've been playing, and especially if you've been starting all year, you're no longer a freshman. So just keep playing how you've been playing. You don't got to change anything. Don't got to do anything special. Just be you. You are special. And just go out there and play your ball.
Yeah, Malachi, when you look at the secondary as a whole, Glenn was saying there's been some ups and downs throughout the year. Just as you've looked at yourselves over the past couple of weeks, what are the areas you guys have really focused on to, I guess, be more consistent going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think just being more aggressive all around the board, whether it's that, getting the balls off people or, coming up and making tackles, whatever the case may be. Just wanting to be more aggressive and have more of a presence on the back end.
Okay, you've been a part of 3 great defenses now. How do you what is this defense showing you? I guess just from start to finish, it looks like some guys have gotten healthy as years going on. Can you talk maybe about where this defense is now compared to where it's been?
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the year, you figure out who you want to be, and you continue to do that through the middle of the year, and at the end of the year, you really figure it out. But you never really know until the season's over with. And like you said, we got some guys coming back from injury, and some guys battling through injury as we speak. So just to see where we're at and see where we can go, and just know the talent and the leaders that we have on that side of the ball. I'm really excited.
Malachi, another question about Coach Muschamp. Obviously, he was on the field for the SEC championship game. Just from a familiarity standpoint, what was that like for it? And do you hope he's going to be on the sideline again for the Sugar Bowl?
Yeah, it was good to have him on the sideline. I think that was the first one he's been at this year. So it was good to have him on the sideline because I know last year when we lost, we just kind of talked about it, saying that we wanted to be back in that same position, and just to have him there was a special moment for me personally, but I know for him as well. I hope he's going to be at this one too. Like I said, it's always nice to have him around, and he's part of the team. He always will be.
I know you've talked about playing against Gunnar over the years. Just what are some of those memories, and what challenges does he present to a defense?
Yeah, most of them are bad for me, but man, I've been playing against Gunnar since I was 5, I think. He beat me every year when we were little in rec league. I got him 2 times in high school. But he's always been, that guy. Since I've been growing up, he's always been the guy that, we're going to play Raymond County all day, and we got to play Gunnar. That's just kind of is. And just to see his growth since he's been here, he's been waiting patiently. He's been sitting, putting his time in, and he's been working while he was waiting, and now he gets a chance to go out there and prove what he can do. And, I believe him 100%.
Outside the facility, it's felt like a lull without, Georgia football games going on. What's been going on here? What's been the mood? And then what's your role in kind of keeping everybody, it's not game week, but you got to keep the energy up.
Yeah, I think it's just being excited. We got a great opportunity to do something special. And when you look at the beginning of the year, a lot of people say we're not supposed to be here in the position that we are now. So just having an opportunity, because most people, in college football, they're not getting ready for a game like this. So just realizing the opportunity that we have and just taking advantage of it and just being grateful.
Can you just talk about how the team is kind of rallying around Gunnar? Not just what you see of him on the field, but just as a mindset in the locker room, how everybody's kind of rallying around him.
Yeah, he's an easy guy to follow. Gunner's a great guy, very respectful, great parents. He's the guy that you want to lead behind, and a lot of guys have confidence in him, and I think you saw it during the game in the SEC. A bunch of guys believed in him, and I think he's easy to follow, but he also puts the work in, and, he wants to be better. Like, every day, he's asking questions. You can see where he wants to go with it, and I think that's a big thing that everybody loves to see out of him.
What stood out to you about Notre Dame's offense when you dove into it and started to study, what they do?
Yeah, very explosive and very physical. They got guys on all levels. Backfield, quarterback can run. He can also throw. So that's a threat. And the wide receivers, they're really good, very explosive. and they're very well coached. They play an aggressive game of football, and it stood out on tape.
Yeah, it seems like away from the football field, Gunnar, quiet, nice, mild-mannered kid, and then he sort of steps on the field and he's running guys over, talking junk to other guys.
Yeah.
What is that on-field personality of Gunnar like, and why does it seem like guys sort of seem to gravitate or rally around that?
Yeah, I think it's just the confidence that he has in himself. I think you see everybody like having confidence in him, and like when you see him step out and he's running guys over or whatever, that's just the confidence that he has in his game, and that's another reason why it makes it so easy to follow him. Because when you see someone like that who's so confident, it's hard to not be confident in them as well. So he's been doing a phenomenal job, and just the guy he is on and off the field, I mean, it's amazing.
This time we'll take a couple questions from Zoom.
Okay, first up will be Charles Odom, Associated Press.
I'm going to ask you yet another one about Gunnar, if you don't mind. Based on your background with him, what was it like for you to watch from this sideline when he entered that game and immediately led the team down the field to a touchdown on his first drive?
Yeah, I told my mom as soon as I got back after the game and I went and saw him in the stands. I told him, I was like, I don't think anybody's more excited for Gunnar than me, other than his parents. But like I said, it's been a long time for him. He came here and he sat and waited and he put his time in, and we have a really, really good relationship. And just to see him go out there and show what he can do after everything that he's been through while he's here, I was really happy for him.
And next up will be Bailey Burmaster, Atlanta News First.
Malachi, going off of that, another Gunnar question. I'm curious, what is something that you can tell us about Gunnar that maybe the average person doesn't know?
He's not that quiet. Like, I'm not saying he'll talk your head off, but like he's very talkative. If you know him and if you're around him a lot. But like I said, he can be quiet, but he likes to talk. I mean, he's not like a quiet mouse or something. He likes to socialize. So I think that would be it.
Time for another couple questions in the room.
I got two questions. First, how many times do you think you played Gunnar when you guys were growing up? And was that like at Jefferson and Raven County, or was it neutral fields too?
Let's see. 5, 7. I don't. Probably about five times maybe. It was once at Jefferson. The rest were at Raven County. He beat me every year, 33-0. Every year. I don't know why. Except for one year, it was 33-6. I scored, but so.
I want to ask you about Ryan Puglisi and Jade Rashada. What are you seeing from them? As one of them will obviously be the backup now.
Yeah. I mean, both of the guys are elite. The arm talent is crazy on both of them. And just to see them just kind of step up, somebody's next in that role. You see their preparation for both of them. Just those guys, I think they're ready. I think they want to be ready. They want to have that chance, and when they do, I know they will be.
You've played both star and safety this year, bouncing wherever Georgia needs you to play. What has that experience taught you about yourself?
Yeah.
Being able to do that.
I think it's allowed me to realize like how versatile I can be, and it's allowed me to like really learn the defense, not just like from safety or star, but just like from all positions. Because at safety I gotta know what everybody's doing, and at star, I gotta know the same thing as well. But there's more to people beside me, and that really helps me like have a clear focus on the field and like not so eager like to go make a play, because like I know where people are going to be at, so I don't have to worry about being everywhere on the field. And I think that's something I struggled with early on.
Have time for another question if someone has one. Malachi.
You're a guy in high school that played both ways. Do you watch Travis Hunter win the Heisman? Do you ever get jealous of that and wish you would have played a little more offense?
Nah, I wouldn't say I get jealous. I do miss being on the offensive side of the ball. I'm still trying to get Bobo to throw me out there. It's probably too late at this time and period. But I'm happy where I'm at.
Okay, thank you, Malachi.
Thanks, Malachi.
Thanks.